What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another Fridge Financials video. In today's video, we are breaking down this breaking news. Not really breaking news, it's about like a week or so old here, but Arizona iced tea may have to raise their 99-cent price, and we're going to talk about why that is the case. So if you're excited for today's video, or just curious and interested to hear what we're going to be talking about around the famous Arizona iced tea cans, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, turn on those bell notifications for all of this amazing financial content that you get free of charge at your disposal. So the chairman says, and co-founder says, it would be a hell of a shame after 30 plus years. The co-founder is Don Voltaggio. What a name. So let's talk about what they're going to cover here. So those iconic 99-cent teas that line convenience store fridges may be going up in price after 3 decades. This is a company that has been around for 30 years, and they have always kept its 99 cents. No matter how high inflation has gone, they've always kept it at 99 cents. That is what made them always stand out as a company. You can go into any gas station, any convenience store, you will always be able to buy yourself an Arizona iced tea drink for 99 cents. And now, is this the start of the collapse when Arizona iced teas may go up in price? The beverage company, which has held fast for more than 3 decades on its 99-cent price tag, may be forced to increase it due to aluminum tariffs. You know it's bad when the tariffs are being put in when Arizona iced teas may have to change their prices. Oh, the Trump administration is now really messing with it now because Arizonas are the staple of people going into those retail, to those convenience stores and gas stations. Now they have to go in, it might be like $1.50, like who knows. On June 3rd, President Donald Trump announced that tariffs on aluminum and steel imports would double from 25% to 50% in a revision to February's Section 232 executive order. And the co-founder says at some point, the consumer has to pay the price. He kind of sounds like Jerome Powell a little bit, which basically is what he was saying a while ago about the FOMC meetings here. It would be a hell of a shame after 30 plus years. These guys have been absorbing that tariff for however long, and at some point, it has to go to consumers, which really, really stinks. According to the U.S. Census Bureau for Reuters, about half of all aluminum used in the U.S. is imported, most of it coming from Canada. Arizona says it uses more than 100 million pounds of aluminum a year for its cans, with about 20% of the supply coming from Canada. Goodness gracious. Voltaggio has told the Times that Arizona sells about 2 billion cans annually. Half of that is the brand's iconic tall boys, which is those taller cans, if you didn't know, in addition to beverages that come in glass bottles, gallon jugs, and other containers, which they do have the gallon jugs. I have bought those before. And you can buy those at like the dollar store, but obviously a little bit more expensive, but yeah. However, the Arizona head is steadfast on its commitment to keeping the price under $1 for as long as possible, which they have been doing. You know, they've gone through, again, 30 years puts you back in 1995, right? And, you know, so they've gone through the dot-com bubble, they've gone through the housing market crisis, they went through the inflation spike in 2022. Yeah. But at some point, it's so much when you keep adding on this stuff now. So we're holding the line for now, which is great. Despite the aluminum price is going up here, which is good. It's particularly unfair. 80% of our can sheet metal comes from recycled U.S. beverage cans, yet 100% of our aluminum is subject to tariffs. That is interesting. They have 80% of their metal comes from recycled cans, but 100% of their aluminum is subject to tariffs. He says that if pressures keep rising, the company may have no choice but to pass that cost on to the consumer, though the company will work hard to avoid it. And that is what makes Arizona iced teas a goated brand. They're going to do everything in their power to not put the price on the consumer. Love to hear it. Wherever we see savings like lower crude oil costs for PET or for PET, which I don't know what that really is, I could probably click into it. We're passing them to consumers with deeper promotions or outright price cuts, including plastic tall boys at $1. And if you're already noticing cans being sold for more than 99 cents, there's another explanation for that. Ooh, scandalous. Very interesting. In July 2024, following Futaglio's viral interview on Today with Savannah Sellers about his commitment to his price, people began pointing out cans priced at over $1. I found cans being sold for $1.25 a pop in DC area 7-Eleven. And here's an example of it being $1.25. Very interesting. Since federal agencies don't control how much your local convenience store or supermarket charges, Futaglio concedes that he can only encourage stores sell his product for its suggested cost. The price is on the can. We do all we can to help retailers remain profitable so stores can sell it at 99 cents. Very interesting stuff here. Now, think about, you go to a ballpark, and you buy a bottle of water. Your bottle of water costs $3, $4, but they're buying in bulk from somewhere else where you can get it for $1, $1.50, right? So it's kind of a similar thing where, again, they can encourage these convenience stores to do that, but maybe it's not guaranteed. And it kind of brings back this idea as to, could convenience stores and gas stations and anywhere else who sells them, could they start hiking prices up? And because of these tariffs, because there's no control over it, they can put the price at whatever they want. Could they be trying to, I don't want to say extort, but it's the best thing I can come up with right now. Could they be trying to extort the consumer and push the prices higher, even though the company itself is saying, dude, you can still sell it at 99 cents. Sell it at 99 cents still. Because here's an example back in 2018. Back in 2018, if you didn't know this, President Donald Trump put on tariffs on washing machines. And this is the crazy part, which I wonder if maybe that's what they could be doing here, in the future, right? Because this is 2024, they were talking about this. But could it go higher for us now as a result? In 2018, President Donald Trump put on tariffs for washing machines. But you know what the interesting fact is about this, and you can look it up yourself. And Jerome Powell actually addresses this over and over again in his recent speeches about this. Prices of washing machines went up, but do you know what else went up? Dryer prices. But President Trump didn't tariff dryers. He only tariffed washing machines, not the dryers. But think about it. If you're buying a washing machine, what do you need that goes with it? Well, a dryer. Well, yeah, of course. So companies took advantage of that and they jacked up prices of dryers. Because again, if people need to buy a washing machine at higher prices, oh, well, look, you need a dryer to go with it, so you might as well. So I wonder if people in stores might start thinking in that logic and saying, well, tariff prices are going up, aluminum's going up, why not just jack up the price of Arizona iced teas, and just say, hey, it's because of tariffs. Could that be a possibility? I don't know, really. But then it starts to get me thinking about this. What if, and this would break it, what if Costco hot dog prices went up from $1.50? Oh boy, right? So again, Costco customers rely on the low price of the hot dog combination, which is $1.50 for a soda and a hot dog in these unheard of days, which they have not changed since 1985. So they've been going on 40 years for this one. 40 years they've been doing $1.50 for a hot dog and soda. But Arizona did 30 years. And now there's this pressure of inflation and tariffs and pricing of aluminum that might push it up. That price isn't likely to go up anytime soon, since it's such an appeal to the brand. The store makes a bulk of its profits from other areas, such as grocery store sales and membership fees. People have made videos about this and have gone into the data behind it. This is where they lose a lot of money here on this combo here. But it gets people in the store. To get in the store, you need the membership. You go into the store, you go to buy a hot dog and a soda combo. Oh, well, you walk the aisles, you might see something else you buy. And they're able to buy and get to make profits on their other items in other areas, like their sales and their membership fees, right? A YouTube channel. So as Phil Andrews, a YouTube channel at Maxonomics SMB, I don't know, whatever it is. YouTube channel that explores spending habits previously noted, 50 cents is peanuts compared to the 10 minutes your partner will spend wandering around while you eat it. Again, so yeah, if I want to go in and buy a hot dog and soda, and then my fiance walks around and shops, they're going to make more money from her shopping than me eating this hot dog, right? Let's be frank, Costco doesn't want any beef with its loyal customers. But if the retailer did increase the price for inflation, that $1.50 hot dog combo will cost you $4.55, just over 3 times as much, according to the BLS official inflation calculator. Originally, Costco hot dogs were made in Hebrew National, but demand was so high that they took matters in their own hands to control costs. In 2008, they started producing their own hot dogs, supplying the food courts with the all-beef Kirkland signature hot dog as well. Compared to how much people spend walking around Costco, any money lost on not increasing it is ultimately pennies in their pockets. So obviously Costco is a much bigger corporation compared to Arizona here. Again, they're worth, billions and billions, whereas Arizona only does $2 billion in sales every single year. So things to keep in mind about, though, is this is where you'd really start to see the heavy hitting happening as if Costco ever announced this. Andrews explained previously that from the moment people walk into a Costco, they're said to spend about $1.75 per minute. And the average person spends about 37 minutes wandering around, which will bring the shopper to about $65 in spending. Every square foot of floor space will do $1,900 in sales, 40% more than 2019, after adjusting for inflation. So is it likely that Costco is going to be increasing their hot dog combo? According to a lot of recent articles, probably not. But again, it's just the same thing where people said Arizona would never do it. They've been saying they never will, and there's now a risk of them maybe increasing their prices. It's a risk. It's not guaranteed, but a company that has held their price for 30 years may need to increase their prices because of tariffs. And, we've talked about, Costco is a bigger corporation. Will they do it? Probably not. But it just got me thinking about, if a company has kept their prices for 30 years and now they're worried about it, maybe a company that's been doing it for 40 years, it might happen down the line as well. And who knows how people will react to Costco increasing their hot dog combo from $1.50. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. But yes, unbelievable. Arizona may increase their 99-cent prices, and that nostalgia to me hurts because I've been buying them for many, many years. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you've made this far in the video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications as always for all future uploads. I hope you're making money in the market in some way, shape, or form, and hopefully Arizona IC prices stay down at 99 cents that we all know and love. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next video.